I'm here at Redondo with Patrick, Yellow Yummy Diving from Montana, and he's going to show me his DUI Drysuit, which is a comparison to my mom's Drysuit that I'm wearing here. He was commenting on my last video. The suit in the last video didn't have all the features, which his suit is pretty loaded from DUI. And Patrick, could you go ahead and tell us about your suit?
Yeah, so it's the tri-laminate. It has the obviously the yellow. Unfortunately, the yellow hasn't even lasted a year. It used to be bright yellow, like tank nitrox yellow, but it's faded quite a bit. The seals on it, so it still has just the normal where you pull them on and off seal. So pretty easy on and off, like the last one. But if you do put drag gloves on, you're living with them. As far as inside, so biggest thing is it does have
all right, so you're just telling us about your buckles, and I believe you said that you had paid an extra $50 for the buckles. Is that right?
Buckles are like an extra 50 bucks for each buckle. But it is really nice getting into it, being able to unbuckle. That is one thing I definitely do like about it. Pockets. The pockets honestly kind of suck. Getting these, if you do any sort of tech diving with side mount, I find that the pockets get perfectly covered. This is their medium-sized pocket. It has a D-ring clip in there, but it will hold a mask just fine. So you can see how deep for their medium. It has the PE valve, and then it has the knee, the butt, and the arm Kevlar protection for it. One thing I do like about the boots, they are built pretty thick, you know, pretty solid boot. Unfortunately, they are starting to pull up in places, and as you can see right here. And the worst part about that is most of my dives have been boat dives. So for them to start to fail when they probably only have, you know, a half mile walked on them versus like you guys, where you guys are walking quite a bit, it's kind of a downside. Does have the metal zipper, upgrade the YKK metal zipper in it, and then the extra cover to close it.
Okay, so that's kind of interesting. I didn't realize this was so open, the overlay on that.
Yeah, so this is completely separate.
Yeah, but it is stitched on.
It is stitched on. I mean, the stitching is starting to fray in places, so it's not doing as well. And then also, it does like to fill with air, as you can see, and so you'll end up with big old bubbles of air that you have to like kind of push out of it and stuff when you jump in from like a boat and stuff like that. So definitely isn't that nice of a cover on it. But other than that,
okay. And now you went with is that a latex neck seal that's glued in, or?
No, so that's removable too.
Oh, is it?
All of the seals are removable. Yeah. Okay. They're all just the same pop out seal, just like the seal.
The zip seal.
Yeah,
I think that's what they call it.
Yep. And then I think it's there.
And here's Jim.
Here's my
dive plan with Jim Miner.
Find us on YouTube.
Sign his book.
I'm
just gonna pause it.
Well, so I added this, so let me grab that.
I am Jim. Check me out on the Dive Plan with Jim Miner on YouTube. Every week we go on a different adventure to a different dive site, and I explain what you're seeing in the underwater videos that I put up on the site. Go, drop it down.
Check him out.
For the P valve, I added these are for fuel lines, quick disconnect for fuel lines. What's nice about it is you pop it off, obviously your one end attaches into your suit, and then this end attaches, and then you can just put it together and then use it. And it's a one-way valve, so if your P valve leaks, I've had that one. The P valve on this actually isn't that great. It does like to
now I know there's a lot of different brands. There's a DUI, and even DUI offers a different brand, I think, of monkey, but so you have the DUI.
Yeah, and then there's but yeah, you open it or close it. It has leaked before. I haven't had it like quite closed enough, and you realize it pretty quick. You start having a little stream of it, and then but once you put this on, it's a one-way valve, so it kind of protects you.
So now you said your foot, was it your foot or your whole leg got a little wet on that dive? Was that possibly from the P valve maybe, or is that?
No, I don't think it was from the P valve, because it's not wet through here. It was all just strictly my foot. So like I said, the boots, you know, like I said, the stitching on them isn't that great. You know, there's parts where it's coming apart and stuff like that. So I don't know if it has a small leak or a failure in it.
Yeah, one thing I did to find a leak in my old USIA suit was, that might be it there, but dropping just one of my dive lights down into the boot or into the suit and see where light is shining out. You know, just get in the dark room and maybe try that.
But yeah, I mean, unfortunately, you know, for the amount of money, unfortunately they're not as good a quality as I'd like to have seen.
Now, I wasn't really able to answer the expense, and you were telling me how much you had paid for all the customizations on your suit. Would you mind sharing what you said?
Yeah, so it was close to $5,000, and then turnaround time was ridiculous on it. They actually had they're having issues with getting their boots in, and then you know, just the materials and stuff like that, and it took them I think 8 months to make it.
Wow.
So
was that partly because of custom sizing, or
no, that was because they you know, they were having issues with getting in materials, and then they ran out of their boots and all that stuff. So
okay. And that was, you said your suit's about a year old?
Yeah, so it's in October it was a year old.
Yeah.
So
for me, when you know, today is, what is it, November 27th? 30th. Okay, a few days off. But you know, to get a suit right now, you can get a suit by Christmas if you order this week.
I was gonna say, they said about 3 weeks.
Yeah, right? Yeah, and I messaged them this morning. They said it would be about, you could get a suit if you got by Christmas if you got your order in this week. Yeah. Which I don't know if I'll have this video up by then, but you know, it is a 3-week turnaround time.
But yeah, I mean, it definitely is one of those things where for the price you would have thought they would have made a lot better suit.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you, Patrick. Yeah. And now, I know you from TikTok. With are you on any other social media, or
no, just Yummy Yellow
at TikTok? Yummy Yellow Diving.
Yummy Yellow Diving Co. Yep.
Right on. So, thank you.
Yep.
YouTube, ADD Adventures. So hello everyone, I am here at Alki Cove 2, beautiful Seattle waterfront. This right here is Cove 2. This is one of the entrances. The other entrance is right over there. You want to stay away from that ferry, so stay inside these buoys here. One thing I forgot to mention to the buddy that I'm meeting here is that parking can be a bit tough. The best parking is in the Marination restaurant parking lot right over there, or the parking lot there. But if you can get on the street here, you know, right up here is going to be the best parking. You know, I'm back here. Busy times like, you know, 4th of July, or you know, I came here on New Year's Eve in Dove, and I can't remember where I had to park, but I came here really early. But I've had to park at a boat launch way, you can kind of see the green building way back there, and had to walk from there before just because parking, so there was no parking. But we're gonna go dive. Okay. Okay.
So what I'm looking for in a kind of a company when, you know, purchasing any product really is customer service goes the longest distance. Being able to get a hold of somebody, being able to have my questions directly answered when I ask a question. That was kind of one of my concerns as far as with the mods and stuff like that. You know, being able to talk to somebody direct on the phone, you know, being able to get my hands on their product, you know, see it in person. Definitely why, you know, Mr. Hitchcock being able to kind of show me his Drysuit and introduce me to it and stuff like that, and have that communication as far as another diver, stuff like that, that's gonna relay to myself like, hey, this is reassuring that, you know, it is a good product, that it is worth purchasing. That's pretty much it, I think, right?
So I've had a couple of instances of task overloading here between yesterday and today. I am trying to, you know, be a good representative for mods, Drysuits, and doing a lot of organization, dive planning, and that sort of thing. And I have a lot of agendas on my mind, which is you know, maybe a little bit stressed. I kind of normally do pretty well under the situation, the circumstances. I feel fine, but I need to relax a little bit. So yesterday, with the OrcaTorch light, you know, I was guiding somebody new, had a video, had a pony bottle, had the OrcaTorch light with the little lanyard, the D520, and you know, you have to turn it on the entire dive. I'm not a big fan of that. I had it on my wrist. It was just kind of like cumbersome. I felt like I was task overloaded when I was going out into the water, and I just had so much stuff that I was carrying. I dropped my mask as I got into the water. I wasn't sure if I left it at the car or what, so I had to go back to my car, unload my gear, take out my pony bottle, undo my, you know, take my BCD off, drop that. And when I was just totally task overloaded. I dropped my mask. I didn't know where I was. Went back to the car, got it, or didn't get it. My buddy Jim Miner from the Dive Plan with Jim Miner YouTube channel, he had my mask. He had found it and came up and yelled at me just as I had gotten all my gear off and opened up my Drysuit to get my key. So I put it all back on. At this point, I'm just sweating buckets, sweat is dripping off my face. So I get back down, go for the dive, and as I'm gearing back up, I have the lanyard on my wrist, and it's difficult. It wraps around my BCD. It's just a tangled up mess. So I'm not diving with that light today. I didn't like that. But also just this whole rush of kind of getting ready, and so much going on, just tons of people I'm communicating with and everything. I forgot my undergarments today. First time I've really forgotten anything, but just trying to rush around, you know, trying to get a side hustle going and all these different things. But I'm gonna hopefully just, thankfully I have some undergarments underneath here. So I got my undergarments and I have my fleece lined pants, and I'm gonna dive with this jacket, which is, I think it's a down jacket. So hopefully I'll be warm enough with what I have, but definitely task loaded even just getting here. So hopefully we will have a nice and relaxing dive.
nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. Anxiety, filling up every space, no privacy, and silently, it could build and build until you finally see, whoa, it's taking over, damn no closure, moving closer. No exposure, I just wanna be a loner. Some can't stay sober, looking over all their shoulders, like moving boulders just to get out of the home. It sucks, I've had enough, I don't wanna feel the stuck under the rug, all my problems that I shove. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff. I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to focus good enough. Nothing's really clear, sometimes it could be a little tough. I just need to feel like the end's in sight for me, but let's be really real, anxiety can foggy all this stuff.
It sucks when you finally feel like giving up. Oh God, no luck. Everything feels like you're sticky stuck. I'm lost, handcuffed to the bed where I sleep. Don't give a fuck, can't stop. Unplug, feeling overwhelmed. I think I've had enough. Gotta find a way to get some energy. Gotta find someone who's a good friend of me. I need purpose to make it all worth it. I'm still searching and I'm still learning. I want a life that's filled with memories, not a life with regret in front of me. I need focus to keep me from hopeless psychosis if I keep moping.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper. I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up until I can't hear, that my mind fills up into a creature, and it haunts me somewhere much deeper.
I've been feeling weird, I can't seem to